This is Eric Postable with Body Morph Pros. I'm here with Annie Dohack, who just competed at the 2014 NPC Junior Nats in the figure class F. First national level show.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your experience. How are you liking it so far?
This is my first national level show. Give me that mic. And it was an awesome experience. It's incredible to see exactly where you need to be to go to the next level. It's incredible. And it's opened my eyes a lot. You can't just go to state level shows and show up and slaughter them and then go to junior nationals and think you're going to do the same. It's awesome. It's been humbling. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, and I talk to a lot of people and I try to explain to them. I did national level shows for a while, and it's a huge step just from this level to junior nationals. And I know some people that are skipping junior nationals and going right to USA as a nationals, which is another huge step. So it's good that you say that, because you went and you really did dominate shows at the amateur level. Did you do physique as well? You did.
Not yet.
Okay, you haven't done physique yet, so we'll talk about that in a second. But I know you just did the Muscle Mayhem down in Missouri, and you took first in the overall there, and you looked fantastic. And then coming here, it's a much different horse to slaughter here.
Absolutely. It's totally different, but again, I think this is crucial for growth. I think it's crucial for my maturity as a competitor. I am still fairly new. My first show was in October, then I did the Mayhem, and then this is my third show. And just really getting my ass handed to me is important for my maturity as a competitor, so this has been great.
Yeah, and it's you not only are a competitor in the figure, but you also powerlift.
Correct.
In between. So you've kind of floated back and forth between the two, and trying to balance that, it's got to be tough.
It is tough. I usually put half of a year for strength sports and half of the year for physique sports. My powerlifting I've been doing it for so long that it's at a pretty good spot. Strongman is something I also have dipped my toes in. I'm kind of going back to that. I do have plans to compete there at a pretty high level in the end of the year. So it's something that I keep in mind. I keep my diet kind of around that, and I keep my big lifts in. So.
And the Atlas stones, you do those for fun?
I've done those once in the last month. So, no, I don't do those for fun because they tear up my arms and I look like crap. So.
Yeah, break all the nails, which is not good for competing in figure.
Not at all. Domestic dispute Barbie is what I look like. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, so came here, obviously getting the feet wet at junior nationals. We know you're not going to be in that first call out. Obviously, you were in the third call outs, correct? So have you given any thought to kind of what the game plan might be moving forward from here?
Oh yeah. I've been thinking this since day one. People have just been saying, you know what, you probably are going to need to go physique. And I think that's just the next step for me. I think I need to put on some size there because I had to take some size off to do figure. So I will go back to doing what an Annie does and lifting hard and heavy all the time. And I'm going to give physique a real shot. So. And
I'm glad you brought that up because I saw you in the gym. I've seen you work out before. It's heavy. It's hardcore. There's some big lifts going on. Was it hard for you to scale it back to get into figure? And do you think that because you like to lift that style, it's going to be a lot easier to stay in the physique world?
It was hard to scale it back. It's so far from what an Annie feels comfortable doing, what I feel comfortable doing.
Annie and her are the same people.
We are the same. Yeah. I talk in third person. It was hard mentally. And it was hard physically. Yeah. Any powerlifter that tells you that they can bust out a set of 20 squats is lying. No, they're probably not lying, but it is hard. Yeah. It's definitely
it's a different rep range. It's a different resting for minutes on end.
Oh yeah, it's a different stimulus. So it was hard on all levels. It was necessary. And honestly, after each prep, I've been a little bit stronger because I've had to do some isolation. So I've learned a lot as a competitor. They've crossed over. They've definitely crossed over.
So we'll be seeing you at the physique stage soon.
Oh yeah, you will. Probably October. October is going to be my physique debut, probably.
You're going to come out to Illinois and do the Continental? Is that kind of the show, or is there one down your way?
There's one my way, but it would be pretty cool to do the Ottawa, I think, because that was my first show. I'd love to be my first show for physique. We will see. We'll see what my schedule holds.
Now, are you staying in town for a little bit to partake in the Chicago Fair, or are you going to go straight home tonight?
You mean the Chicago pizza?
Yeah. There's a couple places right around here. So.
I heard there was some good pizza here. I'll be sticking around till tomorrow. I'm going to go back tomorrow, go back to work, do what I do.
How long is that drive? Was that about 6.5, 7 hours?
Who knows? I flow.
Yeah, just whenever.
I flew.
It's a little tough coming here with all the pee breaks.
Exactly. Well, I was on a plane, so I went to St. Louis and flew in.
Oh, you flew in? Oh, even better.
It's a 45-minute flight.
Was it like $30?
It was so cheap. I can't even tell you how cheap this trip has been for me because it's so close.
Yeah.
So it wasn't cheap, but it was very reasonable.
Right. It wasn't like going to Vegas for the USAs.
Right. There was a girl that had come down from Montana, and she told me her costs, and I was like, That's what you get for living in Montana.
As you were eating your filet mignon.
Exactly, with all my saved money.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like Geico, you saved 15% on this trip.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyone you want to give a shout out to? I know it's always tough competing. It's nice to have friends in your corner.
I have the best support system. My sponsors, Supplement Nation, they've been awesome. They have made this a whole lot easier for me to compete in financially. NBS Fitness, they've been awesome as well. They just picked me up recently. My friends, my family, you know who you are. Josh, you've been awesome. He did my prep diet, which I think he did a good job. Team Gorman, all of them. So I've had a good prep.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. It was a very successful season. Definitely look forward to seeing you in physique because I really feel like that's where you that's where the Annie needs to go. But until then, until October, congratulations on the national level show. On behalf of Annie Dohack, this is Eric Posable with Body Morph Pros, and we'll see you guys back at the night show. Thanks.